Welcome everyone to another Transformers review. This is Like It's 1985, and today I'm going to take a look at Generation 1 Wheeljack. Now, Wheeljack as a character is really iconic because he appears with the first group of Transformers in Season 1 of the Generation 1 cartoon. And I can remember as a kid playing with a toy. Now, I didn't have it personally. I had a friend who had the toy, and I have some memories of playing with Wheeljack and learning the transformation. Now, the Wheeljack toy itself, the Generation 1 Wheeljack toy, is somewhat rare because the actual mold for Generation 1 Wheeljack has either been lost or destroyed, and for that reason, apparently, Hasbro cannot reissue Generation 1 Wheeljack. Now, to my way of thinking, with today's technology, I don't see the problem of reverse engineering this toy and having Hasbro reissue Generation Wheeljack to the general public. I just don't see why they couldn't do that. But anyhow, I know my feelings are shared by fellow Transformer reviewer Cybertran1. One of his holy grails is Generation 1 Wheeljack in terms of Transformers. He really wants a Generation 1 Wheeljack. So that's kind of why I'm doing this review. Plus, I have memories of Wheeljack as a kid, and just Generation 1 is always going to have a special place in my collection. Now, let's take a quick look at the box here. Those of you who were kids in the 80s and got Transformers for Christmas or for your birthday will remember this packaging. It's got the character there. It's got the clear plastic. You can take a look inside and see the toy. And then all the boxes had this like abbreviated transformation sequence on top. And on the back, I'm sure this will be familiar to you. We've got the kind of the battle scene between the Autobots on the left and the Decepticons on the right. And then you've got the spec card. You got the description of Wheeljack and the tech specs on him. So as far as the toy itself, what you've got is die-cast on the front part of the car, die-cast metal that is. And you've got rubber wheels, and they roll really well. And another feature you've got is this section here that lifts up. I don't know if you'd call it a cockpit or what, but you can see down here there's some detail in the molding. I'm thinking this might be before the Diaclone figures, because Diaclone predated Transformers. And the Diaclone line merged into the Transformer line. But anyhow, for the transformation, I'm going to take the first thing to do is bring down the legs, and the legs come down like that, and then you want to rotate this down like that, and then you want to separate the legs so that you have that gap there. Now, as far as the arms go, the arms you want to pull out like that, and like that, and well, I'll show you the joint in just a second here, and take out the hand on either side here. And then the spoiler here, this piece of the spoiler here gets rotated down like this. Same thing over here, the one with the rub symbol on it. And you want to just pull the arms out far enough so that you got clearance to bring the arms down, like so. And you can see the joint right there. I don't know what kind of joint you call that, but it's kind of like a slider mechanism, whatever. And then you want to rotate the head around. And that basically is the transformation for Generation 1 Wheeljack. Now, as far as the weapons go, you do have these, pardon that, you do have these missile launchers. They're identical, and they go on either side of the figure here. It goes there, and you can see how it just has this little clip here, and it clips over this metal piece here on his shoulder, like that. It does come with these 4 missiles that you can insert into the missile launchers. And the last thing we need to do is take care of the, I guess you call them the wings on the back side. There's 2 pegs on the back, and you just insert these kind of smoky yet translucent pieces of plastic. These are also a pretty iconic part of Wheeljack's robot mode. and get this thing pegged on here. You can see how it's got some detailing in the plastic. But yeah, this is Generation 1 Wheeljack in his robot mode. Now, I do remember as a kid, and I do think the same thing now, is that he's kind of short. I mean, he's extended all the way out, but he's kind of a short little transformer. So there's that kind of, I guess, against him. Would have preferred him to be a little taller. But then the other thing I sort of have an issue with is the back. You see the back is pretty plain. If you take a look at like Generation 1's side swipe, much better looking in the back. You can see how the roof is covering the plastic sections that would normally be exposed like they are here. And even at the back of the legs on side swipe here, you've got little car details, which is cool. Same deal with Generation 1 Smokescreen. As you can see here, his roof section does cover up the plastic parts. So really, it's from the back, Generation 1 Wheeljack is not that great, but I still appreciate Generation 1 Wheeljack because he is Generation 1. He is a toy that was produced in the 80s and you know, did play a small part in my childhood. Like I said, I had a friend who had Wheeljack, and I remember have some memories of playing with Wheeljack as a kid. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. This has been my review of Generation 1 Transformers Wheeljack.